What's up, guys? Welcome to the James Suniga podcast. This is episode 3, and today I'm going to be discussing about pain and how pain can transform our life, and how to deal with it. And the cold truth about it is that pain becomes a normalization, for us, and how we should deal with it, right? So right from the bat, we all know that no one wants to suffer, and as a general rule, people like to avoid hurt, and pain as much as possible. We wanna experience painless existence that even nowadays scientists are making a living, to create, and so far is happening because nowadays people can choose pain-free labor for babies and remedies to cure back pain, headaches, body pain, and even mental pains, you know. But here's the thing. When it comes to pain, we need to understand that pain and suffering are different, okay? Suffering is different because it involves resisting to pain and usually involves attachment to outcomes. And when it comes to like in grief recovery, which we all experience that, grief is described as the loss of hopes, dreams, and expectations, and anything we wish we would have been or could be different, right? With that description, you can see where many of us have attachment to outcomes. And then we got pain. Pain is part of life, but it doesn't have to rule your life. Suffering, however, is not part of life. And we do it, to ourselves, more and more often, So that is the difference. If we never experience pain or never experience hurt, then we wouldn't know what it was. If we didn't know pain, then how will we have peace in our life? And if we don't know that we've been hurt, then how do we know that we need to heal? See, the difference is that without feeling, people won't be aware of dangerous situations, what should or shouldn't do for survival. So this is why we need to understand and acknowledge that pain is part of life, and we need to acknowledge it and accept it like how it is. Pain is more like our guardian, because what it does is that pain serves to protect us, being from harmful actions. It serves as a warning that something is not right. Pain also teaches us that, what you're made of in terms of what you can handle as an individual, right? Then pain also helps you to learn to cope with life in a difficult and sadness situation, to develop the grit to push past hardship and carry on. And of course, pain affects everyone differently. Okay? So even when you go through like a breakup, that's everybody goes through pain, and people don't know how to handle that. But pain is our guardian, pretty much. Okay? That's what it comes down to it. Pain and suffering are opportunities to challenge the way we look at life. When things are going well, we tend to take life for granted, right? But the trauma brings us to the edge of life, allowing us to view it from a new, revealing angle. So when you see beyond a one-dimensional life, so to say, you realize that you're comprised, of not just a body, but a body and soul. You're going to recognize that there is a far higher purpose to your life and far deeper meaning to your pain as well. You see, the only true explanation for pain and suffering is that the word itself, is good, and that pain and suffering are somehow part of the larger good. This is not to suggest that pain itself is good, nor that we should peacefully accept it like that, but in fact, we must express our feelings of pain to the fullest and do everything in our power to alleviate in ourselves and also in others. Because in reality, there's always something missing or something unpleasing. But it is only through those realization that you know to be grateful when you feel you have it all. Okay? So the more we avoid pain, the more it leads to suffering. Okay? Anyone who strives to have a painless life, obviously they're striving for perfectionism. And, I always say this on my previous videos that being perfect, that's not something that you should strive for. Being perfect doesn't mean anything. As a matter of fact, that's why we have this curse, the curse of perfectionism. Because when the perfectionism came to this world, the results became lost to everybody. It's just that it's impossible to be perfect. Even having that state of mind of perfectionism, it doesn't take you nowhere, because all it guarantee is sadness, because nothing will ever be perfect. You see what I'm saying? So pain is always going to be painful, but it's the hurt feelings that will help us to be wiser, to make wiser decisions in life. Okay? So learning how to tolerate pain, especially the emotional kind, is a valuable lesson as well. Okay? Accepting and feeling pain makes you human. There's no weakness in that. Weakness only comes when you try to blame your own pain on someone else, which, we tend to do that, expecting the blame to alleviate your hurtings. And that's not the route to go. That's not the best route to even do that, and to blame someone else's for your pain. Everybody goes through pain, and everybody, it has a different effects. But that doesn't mean that you got to go blame somebody else for it. You just need to handle it. Okay? The healthier thing to do in a situation like that is to acknowledge your pain and the anger along with it. And then when you get to that point, then the next comes to accept and explore it in an introspective way. Okay? I know that being uncomfortable is not something that we all want to, to be at. We all want to be comfortable, at this point. But exploring your pain is a way to raise your self-awareness. Okay? That's why I also mentioned that to begin, to start accepting yourself and, and know who you are. It's all about yourself. You have to start self-evaluate. You could start by by evaluating yourself. Start working on your self-esteem. Start working on your self-confidence, your self-awareness. Start applying the self-love and self-care, because by understanding more about yourself, you know how to deal with similar situation in the future. Okay? Because it is your duty at the end of the day to discover how pain may be blessing in disguise, and to overcome the pain and restore harmony to your body and soul. Okay? Consider the inevitable situation that proceeds in any creative growth, or the intense pain, the way I want to describe it, the intense pain of a woman feeling that when they go into labor, when they're giving birth. So what I'm trying to say is that no matter how great such pain may be, it is ultimately justified by the goodness it produces. Okay? That's what it is. Pain's gonna hurt. But numbness will be even worse. You know how we tend to be like, oh, I just want to feel numb. You know, we find so many different ways, so many different, suggesting, to numb themselves. No, that's not the best way to even do that. There's no need for us to be feeling numb. Okay, we all know that pain doesn't feel good, but bad feeling of it will help you learn and grow, pretty much, to have a happier and more successful in life. Through pain and failures, you're gonna have those moments that you will learn how to do better in the future, or at least cope a little bit more easier. Okay, we are all strong people, and because of the hardship that this life has, that this life has presenting to us, while you may have felt out of control when those hard times came, the one thing that you will always have control over is how to choose to react of things. So next time you hurt or you're being angry or sad, just acknowledge it and allow yourself to ruminate it. Okay? Take a deep breath and start learning from the pain, because at the end of the day, you got this. Okay? That's pretty much how it is. So, got my camera falling and stuff like that. So yeah. So it's normal to go through pain. I know it's not fair, that we have to experience the pain, the trauma, and all that. But the harsh truth about it is that in life we gotta go through the pain. Okay. It's sad, but it's true. I know many of us are victim of, going through some bad childhood, or or even as an adult, you went through some trauma and all that, and and it's not fair, and we tend to trying to go to different, suggesting like going to therapy and find a way to cope with it, taking medication, all that. And I'm not saying that that's not the best route, but you have to first acknowledge by yourself first. And then if you want additional help, then yeah, you can go, go to therapy, or even talk to somebody that you feel comfortable and see what they suggest, especially if you talk to people that you feel comfortable and you feel confident that they also have their own, pain experience. And usually when those people who went through what you're going through, they always got the best answer. So just remember that pain is normal, pain is part of life, and we just have to deal with it. So I hope this video helps you. Hope this video makes you understand that it's okay to go through pain. It's normal. We just got to deal with it, all right? So, all right. This episode is ended. This is James Zuniga on the James Zuniga Podcast. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.